The BellaVie project is the initiative of two people, my partner Benoit and myself. We decided to start a company specialized in the production and development of food supplements based on probiotics. We each have over 25 years of experience in international business development in the medical field. This experience helped us set up distribution networks to reach a number of partners in Europe, Asia, and America. This made it easier for us to start the company. The company started with a small team and has been evolving rapidly ever since for 28 months now. We started mainly with research and development, which allowed the company to release this new concept of Synbioceutical. The concept of Synbioceutical is a mixture of different ingredients. First of all, it includes probiotics, which are the good bacteria of the digestive system. To this we add prebiotics, which are the specific food of probiotics. We are going to add in this formulation nutraceuticals, which are food supplements whose positive effect on the human body has been proven. This mix of probiotics, prebiotics, and nutraceuticals is called Synbioceuticals. We have protected this innovative concept of Synbioceutical at the international level.
The intestinal microbiota is the set of microorganisms hosted in the digestive tract. Our microbiota includes nearly 100,000 billion bacteria. This is 10 times more than the number of cells in the body and weighs more than the brain, up to 2 kilograms. 1 gram of human excrement contains more bacteria than there are humans on Earth. Before birth, the digestive tract of the fetus is sterile. During delivery, the newborn ingests microorganisms from the mother. Its digestive tract is thus quickly colonized by the vaginal and maternal fecal bacteria. He then experiences a real bacteria boom. Thereafter, the composition of this intestinal microbiota will evolve according to different components, such as the mode of feeding of the infant, breastfeeding or substitute milk. Breastfeeding favors the early implantation of certain bacterial strains. The composition of the microbiota becomes more complex over time. It includes many species of bacteria, but also microscopic fungi and non-pathogenic viruses. Microorganisms are found on all surfaces exposed to the environment: skin, eyes, nose, genitals, small intestine, and colon. The colon is one of the most densely populated microbial ecosystems on the planet. The diversity of microorganisms is maximal with several hundred species. Each person has a microbiota that is unique in terms of species combinations. Like our fingerprints, we each have our own personal bacterial signature. The intestinal microbiota can be considered as a functional organ of the human body, providing invaluable services to its host on a daily basis. The microbiota is in close interaction with our intestine and plays different major roles. Thus, it performs metabolic functions essential to digestion. A fraction of food, such as dietary fiber, and a large portion of carbohydrates, is not digested by our enzymes in the small intestine. It is broken down by the microbiota in the colon. This intestinal community also acts as a barrier against the invasion of pathogenic microorganisms responsible for various diseases. Not only does the microbiota prevent them from settling in by occupying the field, but the good bacteria of the microbiota fight directly against the pathogens, by competing for the same nutrients and by producing bactericidal substances. The intestine represents the first reservoir of immune cells in the body. These cells, white blood cells, play an important role in the microbiota by sorting out harmful bacteria from those that are beneficial to health. The immune system, therefore, influences the composition and diversity of the microbiota. And it turns out that, in return, the microbiota activates and influences the immune system. Stress, fatigue, and unbalanced diet, or taking antibiotics, reduce the variety of microorganisms present. However, their diversity is fundamental. A drop of 30 to 40% of this diversity can cause the appearance of certain chronic diseases, type 2 diabetes, hepatic or cardiovascular problems. Conversely, by modifying the composition of the microbiota, we could prevent certain pathologies. The microbiota intervenes on digestion, but also at various levels on the functioning of our body. Its interaction with the brain is an element that we are just beginning to measure. We must therefore accept that we are non-independent beings that host other living beings that are indispensable to us. Respecting and cultivating this active symbiosis is probably a major key to our health.
What could happen if this microbiota was weakened? Well, it could cause cardiovascular problems, or some serious diseases such as diabetes, eczema, asthma, obesity, high cholesterol, urinary infections, or even colon cancer. But it could also cause some psychological harm, with depression and stress. That's why we developed 7 dietary products to prevent those serious health issues. Our immuno product, which helps maintain normal immune system function. BellaVie Woman, which helps prevent urinary tract infection, bacterial vaginosis, and menopausal discomforts. BellaVie Children, that contributes to the normal functioning of the immune system and maintenance of good bone health. BellaVie Cholesterol. This product helps maintain healthy blood levels of cholesterol. BellaVie Gluco, that contributes to maintain a normal blood glucose level. BellaVie Stress. It contributes to normal psychological function and reduce fatigue. And finally, our latest product, BellaVie Skinazole, to help reduce allergy-related symptoms.
Upstream process. Step 1. Culture collection. Lalmond Health Solutions' 40 proprietary strains are securely stored in master cell banks kept at -80 degrees Celsius. They are carefully checked for purity, integrity, and identity. Hundreds of probiotic capsules will be produced with this small cryotube. Step 2. Inoculum preparation. The small cryotube is upscaled into larger volumes. Fresh media is added to incubation until it reaches sufficient volume and bacterial concentration for further inoculation. Step 3. Fermentation. In preparation for the fermentation, the culture media is either treated using ultra-high temperature processing, sterilization, or pasteurization in situ and cooled down to the incubation temperature. The physical and chemical parameters taken into account to produce each batch are strain-specific. Then the inoculum is transferred to the sterilized culture media for biomass production. The bacterial strain is grown in the fermenter until the target parameters are reached. Step 4. Concentration by centrifugation. The bacteria are then separated from the culture medium to obtain a cream by centrifugation. At this step, cryoprotectants are added to the culture to protect the bacterial cells during freeze-drying. Step 5. Freeze-drying. Freeze-drying is a process that removes water from bacteria cells without damaging their structure. The bacteria enter a state of dormancy that ensures shelf stability. Sterile containers are filled with the cream and introduced into the freeze dryer. Temperature and pressure are monitored throughout the process and are also strain-specific. Step 6. Grinding. The cake-like freeze-dried bacterial culture is ground directly after the process and collected in bags. All bacteria products are stored refrigerated to ensure optimal viability and stability. The pure bacteria are now ready to be integrated in various probiotic formulations. downstream process. Step 7. Blending. Depending on the formula, pure bacteria, excipients, and/or other ingredients such as vitamins or minerals are carefully selected and weighed before blending. The powder is transferred into identified laminated bags for refrigerated storage. Step 8. Packaging. The final probiotic blend can then be encapsulated or packaged in sachets, sticks, chewable tablets, or drops. Secondary packaging will further ensure shelf life stability. Step 9. Product release prior to shipping. The Quality Control Department issues a certificate of analysis. Quality Control has overviewed every step along the way and taken samples at each phase. The product is kept refrigerated until shipment.
مكمل غذائي رح يقلب حياة الأشخاص اللي بيعانوا من ارتفاع في الكوليسترول الضار 180 درجة، لأنه بيحتوي على الفيتوستيرول. الفيتوستيرول هي عبارة عن مادة بيتم استخلاصها من نبات الصنوبر، اللي بيميز هاي المادة بأنه هي تركيبتها بالضبط نفس تركيبة الكوليسترول. فلما احنا بناخده على شكل مكمل غذائي فكأنه احنا بنضحك على أمعائنا، فبتصير أمعائنا تمتصه على أساس إنه كوليسترول، لكن هو مش كوليسترول. والكوليسترول الزائد اللي ما بيتم امتصاصه من الأمعاء بيتم إخراجه على شكل براز مع الفضلات، بالإضافة لأنه الكبد كونه ما بيلاقي كوليسترول فبالتالي بيروح بيستهلك الكوليسترول اللي موجود بالدم، وبالتالي بيقل ال LDL. فهو رائع جدا، رح تلاحظوا نتائج جدا رائعة على تحاليلكم، بالإضافة لأنه صديق المعدة لأنه بيحتوي على تراكيز رائعة من البروبايوتيك. رائع جدا للكوليسترول، رائع جدا لصحة القلب، رائع جدا لصحة الأمعاء. BellaVie كوليسترول.
University of Sharjah conference, and I was making around in the exhibition, and then I was very happy to visit this company to share with them the very good information about the probiotic in children. So today we have the BellaVie children, and it is capsules. It is very important for the toddler and children. It is capsule, yes, but we use it for the toddler because the capsule can be opened and the pip and the powder will be dissolved in water or in the milk, and it's very important to support the growth of the child because it controls the colic, the diarrhea, the constipation, the gases, and really it's very important. And I advise always all the mother to take the probiotic, especially when your child is having antibiotic. And also in BellaVie children there is zinc, which is very important to control the diarrhea when there is severe diarrhea and colic in the children, and also it contains the vitamin D to support the immunity. Then if your child had recurrent infection, even upper respiratory infection, lower respiratory infection, the child should be supported with probiotic and zinc and vitamin D, and it's all available in BellaVie children.
يا سلام. إذا كل فترة بيصير معك نفس القصة، التهابات نسائية متكررة، عدم راحة، مضادات حيوية بدون فايدة، لا تقلقي، تعالي نحكي. شوفي عزيزتي، جسمك فيه بكتيريا نافعة وبكتيريا ضارة. البكتيريا المنيحة إذا قلت، البكتيريا الشريرة بتسيطر، تعمل لي سلسلة من الالتهابات النسائية المتكررة اللي حتى المضاد الحيوي ما بيعوقش معاها. وأنا ما بحكي هذا الحكي إلا من واقع الوكب الصيدلية والحالات اللي كتيرة اللي بنشوفها. طيب بتعرفي إنه 70% من مناعة الجسم موجودة في الأمعاء، وإنه أي خلل في الأمعاء بيسبب لي أمراض متعددة والتهابات نسائية مزعجة ومتكررة؟ ما بتعرفي. وقت الإصابة بالالتهابات النسائية دائما بينصحوكي تاخدي الكرامبري، صح ولا لا؟ أكيد صح. BellaVie Woman Synbiotic. عارفين شو يعني Synbiotic؟ يعني بريبيوتيك وبروبيوتيك مع بعض. BellaVie Woman بريبيوتيك وبروبيوتيك مضاف عليهم كرامبري. يا سلام يا سلام. يعني BellaVie Woman مصمم خصيصا للمرأة لإعادة التوازن البكتيري والتقليل من الالتهابات، تحديدا الالتهابات النسائية، غير انه بيدعم المناعة والهضم وبيعطيكي ثقة طول اليوم. شو بدك احسن من هيك؟ الجمال والراحة ما بيجوا من برا بس، السر من الداخل. تضلي بخير.